Peace and grace to you, beloved. You are not here by accident. This moment, right now, is divine alignment. There's a reason you pressed play. Heaven has chosen this very hour to whisper something to your soul. You may not realize it, but your spirit has been calling for confirmation. You've been walking through heaviness with a quiet hope that maybe, just maybe, there's more happening than what you see. And now, here you are, drawn by something you can't explain. That's not coincidence. It's divine orchestration. Heaven is speaking to you now. There's a message that has been carried through the atmosphere just for you. It's gentle but undeniable. Your heart is about to be reassured. Your burden is about to be acknowledged. Your season is about to be confirmed. Because just when you were about to let go, just when your hands were slipping from the edge, the angels were sent to meet you. Pause and breathe. Let this truth find you. If this resonates already, type I receive in the comments. There's power in your agreement. Beloved, the angels have spoken. They say, you will not have to carry this pain much longer. They say, heaven is about to interrupt your surrender. Just when you were about to walk away, just when your strength felt too small to keep going, divine help was already dispatched on your behalf. You haven't been forgotten. You haven't been overlooked. You haven't been abandoned. You've simply been brought to the edge, so heaven could show up in a way that only it can. Because this moment, this very threshold of letting go, it's where surrender turns into salvation. It's where your breaking becomes your breakthrough. And right now, in this silence between questions and answers, heaven is leaning in. You've been saying, I can't do this anymore. And heaven has answered, you don't have to, we're stepping in. Your spirit already knows what your mind is just beginning to understand. You are not walking alone. You are not losing. You are being led. And what looks like the end is actually the entrance to divine alignment. Hold on, beloved. Angels don't arrive early. They arrive exactly when you're about to let go. You've been tired in ways words can't express. Not just physically, but deep within. Your soul has been weary, carrying silent burdens that few around you truly understand. It's been one closed door after another, one delayed hope after another. And you've wondered, is something wrong with me? No, beloved. Something is being made in you. The heartbreak you endured wasn't punishment. The silence you sat in wasn't neglect. The endings that came without warning weren't failure. They were preparation. God was not ignoring your prayers. He was clearing the space for the answer. Because there are things your heart was ready for, but the timing wasn't. There are people you loved who couldn't go where you're being led. There are dreams you carried that had to be refined through loss and waiting. You may not see it yet, but the pain was not wasted. Heaven has been rearranging your life with intentional mercy. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. You've been stretched, not to break, but to build room for glory. Beloved, what you lost was never meant to last. What slipped from your grasp wasn't punishment, it was protection. Heaven has been rearranging the pieces of your life, not to leave you empty, but to prepare you for a divine fit. You didn't lose people. They were released. You didn't miss opportunities. They were removed. You didn't fall behind. You were being hidden for your healing. The delay wasn't a denial. It was a divine strategy. Because sometimes, before heaven delivers what's been promised, it clears what would have cluttered the promise. You were willing to settle, but God was not. You were ready to compromise, but heaven intervened. Every closed chapter is a signal that a new one is being written. Every lonely day was part of the pruning. Every unanswered prayer was a deeper alignment in progress. You may feel like everything is falling apart, but in the unseen, it's falling into place. Heaven has been silently rearranging your surroundings, shifting hearts, redirecting plans, and realigning timelines. And when the dust clears, you'll realize what felt like rejection was actually redirection. What looked like silence was strategy. And what you thought was over was only beginning. Beloved, the shift has already begun. Heaven's fingerprints are everywhere. If you look closely, you'll see them. There are moments that felt random, but they were whispers. There are names that keep resurfacing, dreams that won't leave you, urges to go places you can't explain. These aren't accidents. They are alignments. That sense of urgency you've felt lately, that inner nudge telling you something is coming, it's not your imagination. It's preparation. You've been waking up at strange hours, hearing phrases that echo like answers, feeling drawn to messages that speak directly to your season. Even the people walking away were part of the sign. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Heaven is not just sending signs, it's coordinating movement. You are not drifting. You are being directed. The conversations, the closed doors, the sudden awareness, all of it has been pointing you to this moment. You are being ushered into divine alignment. Nothing around you is random. Everything is whispering. Get ready. Something sacred is unfolding. I know, beloved. There have been moments when you questioned if you're even worthy of what you've been asking for. You've wondered if you missed your chance, if you were too broken, too late, too complicated, too sensitive to be chosen. But heaven sees you differently. What you call too much, heaven calls just right. What you think disqualifies you, God has used to refine you. Your softness is not a flaw, it's your gift. Your ache is not a weakness, it's your sign of depth. You are not too far gone. You are not behind schedule. You are not invisible to God. You are still in the center of His attention. Even in your doubt, pause and breathe. Let that settle in your chest. The suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in you. Heaven does not see you as weak. Heaven sees you as rising. Even your doubts cannot cancel your destiny. Even your breakdowns are known and covered. You don't have to be perfect to be chosen. You just have to be willing to keep breathing, to keep hoping, even if by a thread. There is someone, not just anyone, but one prepared, preserved, and positioned, just like you. This is not fantasy. This is covenant. This is not about fairy tales. It's about divine timing. They have walked through fire too. Their heart carries bruises, not from carelessness, but from trying to love in a world that did not yet understand their depth. Like you, they've wept in silence. Like you, they've questioned if their prayers were even heard. But God heard both of you, and heaven has been shaping two separate journeys to bring about one holy alignment. They are not perfect, but they are prepared. They are not flashy, but they are faithful. They will recognize you, not just by appearance, but by spirit, because their soul will recognize the sound of yours. Even now, they are healing, surrendering, growing. They've been asking God for clarity. They've whispered prayers like, "Send me someone who understands the weight of my silence. Send me someone who doesn't run from depth." And beloved, you are that answer. You are not waiting alone. There is someone on the other side of this screen whose preparation mirrors your own. You won't have to force it, beloved. This connection won't come with confusion, chaos, or a constant question mark. It will arrive with clarity, not noise. Peace, not panic. You'll recognize them by the stillness in your spirit, by the quiet yes that rises in your chest. You won't need to overanalyze. You'll just know. This won't feel like all the others. It won't be fast and loud and blinding. It will be slow and steady and sacred. Their presence will quiet your fears. Their voice will sound like something your soul remembers. You will not feel rushed. You will feel rooted. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. There may still be nerves, but there won't be torment. There may still be unknowns, but not instability. This time, you'll be guided not by fear, but by confirmation. You'll see the signs. You'll feel the alignment. You'll look in their eyes and realize, I wasn't waiting for love. I was being prepared for it. Now it's time to agree with what heaven has already spoken. Say this with your mouth. Type it with your hands. Let the spiritual realm know. You are ready. Speak this aloud, even if softly. I am ready for what heaven has prepared for me. Now type it below in the comments. I am ready for what heaven has prepared for me. This is not just a statement. It's an activation. There is power when you agree with the words spoken over your life. There is movement when you speak it into the atmosphere. Let heaven hear you. Let your future respond to you. Let your spirit rise again. You are not late. You are not behind. You are aligned. The shift is already in motion, beloved. What you thought you were waiting on is actually already reaching for you. Heaven is not preparing to act. Heaven is already moving. Every time you chose hope over hardness. Every time you surrendered instead of shutting down. Every time you cried and still stayed soft. You moved the timeline forward. You are not in a season of waiting. You are in a season of becoming. The ground beneath your life is shifting, even if you can't see it yet. Doors are being unlocked. Connections are being stirred. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered. Your soul is being drawn toward what your spirit was designed for. Heaven is realigning timelines now. There's been divine delay, but never divine denial. God has not forgotten. God has been setting the stage. And now, it's not about striving, it's about stepping. You are not lost. You are led. Let this be your confirmation. The alignment is active. The heavens are in motion. And what's meant for you is making its way to you, even as you move toward it. Beloved, you are not the only one being prepared. There is another soul on this same road, and though you've never met, your journeys are already mirroring each other. They've cried the same kind of tears. They've asked the same aching questions. They've waited, wondering if real love was just a story people tell. But while you were growing in grace, so were they. While you were learning how to stay open in heartbreak, they were doing the same. God has not just been preparing you for them. He has also been preparing them for you. They are not standing still. They are rising. They are healing from things they never thought they'd recover from. And in their quiet moments, they have prayed prayers that sound like yours. Lord, send someone who sees me with heaven's eyes. Send someone who will not leave when it gets deep. Send someone who knows how to love with their soul, not just their hands. And heaven heard them, just as it heard you. They have been asking God for confirmation. And beloved, you are that confirmation. Let this truth hold you in your waiting. They're not late. They're learning to love you well, before they even know your name. They might not look like what you imagined. They might not fit the picture you once painted in your waiting, but they will carry something deeper, truth. Love, as heaven sends it, doesn't always arrive in the wrapping you expect, but it will carry the weight of what your soul needs. Not just a match for your eyes, but a match for your calling. They may not speak with polished charm, but their voice will sound like home. They may not have your exact background, but their spirit will recognize your fire. The Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Heaven is not sending you a fantasy. Heaven is sending you a partner, for purpose, for promise, for peace. You might have to let go of your checklist, but in doing so, you'll receive something custom designed by God. Don't be so focused on the packaging that you miss the prophecy walking toward you. This connection, beloved, is not just about affection, it's about assignment. Not just attraction, but alignment. What heaven is orchestrating is not merely romance. It is restoration. You were never meant to do this life alone, and neither were they. Together, your union will carry a purpose far greater than comfort. It will carry calling. This is about generational healing, about cycles breaking when two healed hearts decide to walk together in truth. It's about your children, and theirs, growing up in a story rewritten by obedience and grace. You will build together, not just a home, but a legacy, not just memories, but movements. You will carry light into places that once held shadows. Your laughter will become a healing sound to others. Your love will become a testimony, not just of romance, but of redemption. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. This isn't ordinary love. It's heaven-authored. It's purpose-wrapped. It's a partnership made not for public validation, but for kingdom vibration. When God brings two souls together like this, it's not for temporary pleasure. It's for eternal impact. Now speak this again, not out of routine, but out of revelation. Say it with your voice. Type it with intention. Let heaven hear your agreement. I am prepared and expecting. Say it again. Let that phrase move through your chest like thunder wrapped in peace. You are not just hoping, you are preparing. You are not just waiting, you are expecting. Heaven responds to expectation. Breakthrough follows belief. Love arrives where hearts are ready. Now go to the comments and release this declaration. Prepared and expecting. Let your words become seeds in the atmosphere. Let your affirmation be a signpost to your alignment. You're not begging. You're becoming. Speak it again in your home. Whisper it through your day. Let it shape how you walk, how you wait, how you worship. Heaven has heard. Now your soul must echo it. Beloved, this is not a fantasy you dreamed up to survive the wait. This is a promise God authored long before you knew you needed it. You're not being teased by heaven. You're being trusted. That ache in your spirit isn't desperation. It's discernment, a knowing that something sacred is near. You have not missed it. You have not failed. You have not been passed over. This alignment, this holy love, is already on its way to you. Heaven is not waiting on perfection. Heaven is responding to your posture. Stay open. Stay anchored. Stay expectant. Let this word be your confirmation. The person, the promise, the path. It is real. It is rising. And it's coming at the exact moment when you are about to let go, because that's when heaven moves. You are safe to hope again. You are free to believe again. You are already in the unfolding. Now breathe deep, beloved. Peace and grace cover you. And the next time your heart begins to wonder if it's all real, remember this. You are not waiting alone. You are walking with heaven.